So there's lots of tips that I got from you in your training on, showing up and being prepared. And can you run us through a little bit of the basic advice that you give to your clients, your salespeople, so that they can be prepared, perform, and let things that are outside of work outside and just focus on being their best?
Sure, I'm happy to. And yeah, the resilience plays a big part of that, I think. And you're right. There's skills, and then there's the mindset part of selling. And quite honestly, that's why I called that first online course the iceberg effect, because the 10% is above what you see of the iceberg, and that's the skills. How to prospect, how to close, how to ask probing questions. And I think pretty much anybody can learn that. It's the other 90% that's below the surface, kind of in your head, that that really makes the difference between great salespeople, resilient salespeople, and people who are mediocre, maybe also rants who don't develop that skill. So, in terms of what people can do, is I think first is to develop a plan to develop your own resilience. And one of the tools that I use and I suggest is to build a resilience notebook. And there's other tools. There's a success journal, but in terms of resiliency, is write down a mantra, something you put into your resilience notebook every day. Every time you overcome a problem, write it down in the resilience notebook. If you have a mantra, like something along the lines of, I show up every day and I do my best, and regardless of the obstacles, I overcome them. And build that reinforcement every day before you start work in the morning, maybe before you go to bed at night, and just build that repetition into your mindset until it becomes a part of you. And giving up's just not an option, because it's part of your core being, and having grit and resilience and determination and persistence, having the why. I recently wrote in my Sunday Starter LinkedIn newsletter, it was called The Whys Have It. And you have to develop your own why. I showed up when I had job burnout because I had 4 kids, I had a mortgage, I had bills, like everybody else, but that was my why. I couldn't quit because of them. So, develop your why, figure out what it is. We all have them, and keep that. I write it down, and I post it up on the computer, put it in front of me. So I see it every day. Why am I here? Why am I working so hard? What's so important about it? So to have your why, your resilience mantra, and a resilience notebook, I think really help.